have Tommy Alejandrino and Benedict Ramos. Playing our Maya, we have Sheena Bellarmino and Ness Roque. Playing the titular character, wow, titular character. Titular role of Yemaya or Inay, we have Between Escalante. Playing the role of Tico or Tico, we have Sir Herbie Go. Playing the role of Lila, we have Shibi Ener. On the way. Playing the role of Helene, we have Anthony Falcon. Playing as the cover for Yemaya or Inay, we have Buena Nagales. Also on the way. Playing the character as cover for Helene or Tico, we have O'Neil Torres. And joining us this afternoon is our Yemaya director, Ed Lacson Jr. And of course, the executive director of Nine Works Theatrical, we have Sir Sandy Santamaria. Gusto ko yung medyo magkakalayo kami ng very light. So, siguro just to get the questions rolling, I can start first with Sir Ed. Sir Ed, basically from creating Yemaya, how do we describe, paano natin sasabihin, ano ba ang kwento ng Yemaya?
Tinatanong-tanong ka sa akin a lot of times. I feel for me, it's a migration story. It's
Migration? So what? Migration?
Migration.
Migration,
A
okay.
migration story. Not in that sense, not in the simple sense, right? So it's about somebody, a boy who discovered something better. A better kind of life, a notion of a better feeling, and then he started going after that dream, eventually leaving his home, trying to find a new home. But sabi nga ni LJ, parang the idea of the there, we always have that notion of what is there. You can never really find it. That's why for me, it's that migration and finding the home and where is that home.
I love that. And I think, baka madami po din po sa ating mga press, when we released the announcement na Yemaya po yung magiging first production ni Nine Works Theatrical, actually a lot have asked us, is this a musical? What is Yemaya? So, Sir Sandy, question to you, Yemaya is a straight play. Bakit po nag-straight play si Nine Works? Parang from for example, Liwanag sa Dilim, Bodyguard, Christmas Carol, then Yemaya straight play. Paano po napunta yung decision?
So anyway, thank you everybody for being here, first and foremost. Yeah, so siguro, initially kasi, Nine Works naman talaga, we're very open to doing anything really, whether it be licensed abroad or on original. It could be a musical, it could be a straight play. So ever since naman yun naman yung ano namin. Of course, we had some straight plays before, but it was really more of a collaborative effort of co-production versus the company with the Sandbox Collective. So it's just the first time that we're doing a straight play. It's nothing that we never wanted to do. It's something that we aspire to do in the future. I guess it would be just the perfect time and perhaps the perfect material. Pero ang ano lang talaga yung asawa ko yun. Si Anna was the one who really pushed for this. Actually, it's Anna and Ed. Silang dalawa yung nag-usap niyan last February. Hindi ko alam kung ano pinag-usapan nila. Si Ed visited us for Liwanag sa Dilim when we were rehearsing. And we just wanted him to also see how LSD was going so he can give his inputs. And then, nag-usap na sila ng asawa ko, silang dalawa. And then, so between both of them, we decided let's do something productive while we're here. By the way, Ed is, he's not permanently here. He's not permanently back. He's on vacation.
Working. It's an honor.
Yeah, so I thank him because he's on vacation, but we're making him work. Sabi nga ni Ed noon is tuloy ba tayo, di ba?
Belly, or how do we see Yema?
This one is a translation, not an adaptation. So we're not moving the setting to the Philippines. There are just a lot of nuances in the script that cannot be fully moved into a different location. So it's basically a fictionalized town, not too different from a Caribbean town or Cuba, let's say. Something near to the US, because it's a big factor in the story. This feeling of wanting to move to the US, this idea of the American life. So that's why I say it's a migration story. So the proximity of the countries is very important, and taking a boat from the Philippines to the US is not in the collective consciousness of kids in this country. So there's a very specific thing that we can, but it is a fictionalized town.
Okay. So before I open the floor to the questions, just want to give heads up to our media na if you have any questions, raise your hand na so we'll call you. But please introduce yourself and your media outfit. Do we have any questions so far? Yes.
Gold po from Goldwyn Reviews. Question ko is, anong favorite line niyo from the play and why? Short reason kung bakit yun. And when you say the line, hopefully you can say it as your character. Let's start with Charot. No. Anthony.
But it's not my character. In top of my head, I would say Baltubina.
Pwede naman, yes.
It's the ending of Act 1, but it's not my character's line. It's
What's
hers.
the line? What's the line?
He will shout Baldovina.
Baldovina.
And a very powerful cry. And I love that scene because that's when
So
Act
that's
1
a name.
That's the name.
Bakit siya sisigaw ng Baldovina? You have to watch the play.
But it's a powerful ending of an Act 1. You'll see it. It's just really good.
Hindi bagay sa bayan ang mga ulilang bata.
Ulila.
Hindi bagay sa bayan ng mga
Yes.
ulilang bata.
Project. Thank you.
Lahat tayo Baltubina.
Profound yung effect ng linyang Baltubina.
Yeah.
Hindi ko alam if it really was meant to be that way or iba lang talaga si Herbito.
So, sino sisigaw dapat nung?
Si Herbie, yung character niya. Si Tico.
We just did a run of Act 1 last time, and that's the last line, so everybody's...
But it wasn't just a run. Even the first reading, usually we do it cold and it already had that effect. So yeah. Pressure.
Ayun po talaga yung okay. Sa akin, hindi ko pa kasi memorize po yung script. So, sa memorize ko na, paborito ko pong line is, hindi ka talaga mahuhulog pag nasa pinakaibaba ka. Natawa yun. Natawa yun. Actually, nung binasa ko siya. Yung favorite line ko po, yung line ni Mudo. Yung, anong pakiramdam pag lumubog ka na?
Anong pakiramdam kapag hindi. Gusto mo rin bang sumisid sa ilalim ng dagat para
Makita siya.
makita siya?
Elizabeth,
Yan yung
Say the line.
Say the line.
minsan ba hiniling mo na kaya mong sumisid sa pinakailalim ng dagat para makita siya ulit?
Yung siya, secret. Pero it's more of, gusto mo ba talagang pumunta doon to seek the unknown, to see what's the answers for your future or for yourself.
Ako, siguro yung ano na naman, yung na-encompass niya din yung buong play na mga simple. Puti, bughaw, pula, asukal, at serbesa. Yun. Kung ano yung mga bagay na yun. hindi ko rin alam nung umpisa yung puti, bughaw, pula, asukal, at serbesa. Pero as we we go through the process of the script, doon na namin na-realize na pupulot namin yung bawat puti, bughaw, pula, asukal, at serbesa na napagsama yung mga yon sa play na to. So, yun yung abangan.
Sa akin, tumatak yung linya ni Helene. Relevant kasi today. Wala tayong presidente. Meron tayong diktador.
Okay, sige. And dahil madaming sumagot ng
Talking Gen Z and Millennials. Because they're really growing, the audience. So, immigration kasi ibang context sa amin eh. Sa Gen X, iba yan. Sa atin, iba. Pero sa kanila, why would they want to watch this?
For me, like,
Sige.
even as a kid, kahit wala kang idea of the US, no, we always think of something, I wanna live in the mountains, or gusto kong tumira sa beach, or gusto ko pag lumaki ako, pag yumaman ako, ganito yung bahay ko. It's something that's very common for everyone. Nagkaroon kami ng discussion nito ni Bitoy. So, laging yung idea of a better life, of a better something, of moving up, or living somewhere nicer, colder, let's say. Gusto ko ng snow pag gumigising, whatever. No? Even as a kid, mababaw mo lang siyang iniisip, pero it kind of drives you, right? And then when you grow up, and you realize the world that you actually live in, then that notion of moving away becomes more real. And then you realize it's not always available for everyone. Right? Pero ganun pa rin, even with the current situation, with the social media, di ba? Laging idea of, you always curate what is a good thing, what is a better life. And so, I think that's why I say migration, not in that sense, but the idea of finding something of a life that is better than what you have right now, or a place that can give you a better life. So I think that's something that's very relatable.
That will resonate with the young people now?
I think so.
At gusto nilang ma-uplift talaga, yung parang actively silang nag-uplift ng local o sariling atin rather than outside. And that's what we're really aiming for, and we keep on fighting.
Thank you. Good.
Miss Leia.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Leia from ABS-CBN News. I want to ask Sandy first. Sorry. What made you finally give the green light for Yamaya to think that I like what you said, it's an obscure title, it's an obscure play?
Well, number one, like I said, we're open to any material really. So we've always, with Nine Works, we've always done a lot of material that are familiar to everybody, diba? Especially the titles. Ganyan.
In the past.
In the past. I always want to explore something new, really. Even whether it be casting-wise, whether something very different, something very new. And the most important part, of course, is Ed feels confident about how he would want to tell the story and how he would be directing it. So kasi we had different materials that we were looking at. And it's actually pulls foreign. Marami. In fact, there are some materials that you will probably see later on. But
How long ago was this translated?
This year,
early this year.
after we decided with the material.
So that's the thing.
Very recent.
He feels very confident about the material. And he decided to translate it to Filipino. It's an English.
Yes.
It's an English play, But since he feels very strongly about it, I think that's one thing that would really also that would inspire us for the team and put full confidence na this guy knows what he's doing and he wants to make things harder for him and translate it into Tagalog. So yeah, so
Now is that we were all individually profoundly moved by what we read. And Ed and I discussed before I signed on for this whether or not we were adapting to Filipino. I mean, these are questions you ask each other before you take on a project, and that there was never a need to adapt it to the Filipino experience means something as alien as the Cuban immigration experience moves you deeply, speaks to you so much that you sign on to this obscure project.
Relatable.
Yes, and with this economy, and with this crisis, that you sign on without thinking of the bottom line, without thinking of the returns, only because you want to be part of the experience of telling this story. No matter what. I'm sorry I'm not a producer. I don't know what position Sandy is in. But as an artist, to have something like Yemaya and to be part of that experience of telling this story is a gift, no matter what the returns are. I'm not even going to pander to an audience because luckily what I've been seeing is that these young people are so thirsty for something new.
yeah.
Okay.
All the productions we see, we know of. I saw Chorus 9, I saw this, I know the story, I know what's coming. I don't know what's coming in Yemaya. And this young audience, hungry for connection, especially after the COVID experience, especially since we all hide behind our screens, theater does something immeasurable when it comes to kinetic energy shared in a room. And to see this intimately in a black box is something I want to be part of.
When this was presented to you, how did you exactly react?
When it was
To
presented,
think that you don't really know the story yet.
yes, I didn't know the story at all. Other more literary people like Glenn Sevilla Mas, they're like, oh, I want to see this. Oh, I read this. Oh, I'm so excited, you know. I don't know anything about Yemaya's Belly. I only read it because Ed Lacson was the one who gave me the script. And I just want to work with Ed again. And I haven't done theater in a while.
Yes.
But since I feel so safe in the hands of Ed, and
Since
I've always
Himala?
had a wonderful experience with Nine Works, yes, I will jump.
Yeah. Thank you.
Simply for that.
Actually, totoo yun. She hasn't done theater.
We're working on blurring the, you know, in on stage, when there's a shift of reality or a shift of location, there's always a very sharp change. So we're trying to find in our rehearsals moments when it just happens. And that's the thing with magic realism. You accept the world, you accept the universe, that whatever happens is valid. And so we're finding those, discovering those in rehearsals in one of their moments in the boat, or the moment between the mother and the child, during the fire. So there are moments when suddenly it just fades in and then suddenly it's out. And just moments like that that I, again, enjoy in rehearsals. We discovered in rehearsals. So magic realism is a big part of the script.
That's also why I'm so excited to work with Ed. Because when you read the script, it's exactly those images you want to see translated live. And if there's one beautiful theater experience I had, it was the first time I saw Ed's Reign in Himala. So for me to experience that, I'm so excited to see what he does with this one. Ako rin, that you're part of the discovery of it. Mapagpakaya.
Ano ako sa Baguio?
Floating.
Mapagpalaya.
Or parang pag yung bulog.
Umaibulong.
Parang pag tumalon ka, tapos sobrang lalim.
Yes.
Sumisip.
Sumisip.
As as an actor, 2 words pwede.
Most challenging role yet.
4 words.
Most.
Pwede na yung challenging.
Challenging.
Actors po, hindi mathematician.
Ako, paglalakbay.
Home.
Okay, as a producer, excitement because of the challenge and how it's something new.
Bigas.
Bigas. And for me, nakapapanabik dahil ang Yemaya would run from June 13 to July 5, 2026, weekends, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, 3 o'clock p.m. and 7:30 p.m. at the Black Box at the Proscenium Theater in Rockwell, Makati. Tickets are now available at tickettome.net or through our show buyers. So, media friends, let's give it up again for the cast, director, and our executive producers. Before we go, our breakout.
Yeah. Anthony, matagal kang nawala sa theater. Actually, both theater, TV, movie.
Theater, TV, film.
Yeah. So, what made you come back now?
Si Ed planted this in my brain. No? Na parehas kaming, we're also working on cruise ship. Sinabi niya sa akin, with the same company. So sabi niya, pwede ka bang umarte? Sabi ko, sige, tingnan ko paano ko paplano yung contract ko in a way. So I planned my schedule around that. Tapos, pero sabi niya, you still need to...
Yun. Anthony, parang matagal din nawala sa theater, TV, movie. No? What made you come back now?
Yes, so it's been 4 years since I've done any acting gig. Ed invited me to do this play. We were in a contract at sea. So sabi niya, pwede bang gumawa ka ng play? And then I worked around my schedule. Medyo kumuha ko ng maliit na contract para lang ma-accommodate ko. Tapos sabi niya, you still need to audition because you need to win the nod of the producer. So sabi ko lang, okay, sige. So I auditioned and then I got. So even with the chance of not being part of the play, I worked around my schedule. So I think I got here January. Pero since, and we rehearsed siguro last month. Since I got here, ang dami naman din projects na dumating. So, na-miss din ako ng Manila. So, yun.
Ang best na kayo gumawa ng version ng kinakanta. Marami pa rin kami sasabay. Parang it's part of our pop culture. Diba?
Yay! I'm part of pop culture.
Ito naman on the other note, Miss Pipim, I know you've been supporting Mayor Lenny since last election.
Yes.
As one of her supporters, ano na po masasabi niyo na she's not into running for the next national elections?
I respect that. That's a personal choice. It's been hard on her personally. It's been hard on her kids to be under the microscope. It's a terrible, terrible thing. You have to love your country very much. And her reasons for not running is because she loves her province so much. She wants to be the mayor that they voted, and I respect that. Thank you, Pauline.
One question lang.
Hi, the viral gold.
Ay! Although, siyempre nagagawa mo na rin siya dati, ang tanong ko lang naman is, anong pakiramdam na hindi ka kakanta ngayon? Do you like it?
I mean, I like telling stories anyway. So, yeah, I like it. I love working with this ensemble. Yeah, I don't need to sing.
ng love and support sa tao. Kahit hindi family, friends. So family is with friends.
You try to be like that.
Yes, to my friends, to my family, kadugo ko man o hindi. It's really about that, yung connection nyo with people and the people you love.
And then last, so dahil na a lot of the new theater goers are friends,
talaga never pa nakanood sa play, lalo na straight play. Why do you think they should watch this? Why should they spend money and they should watch your fans sa mga sikat?
Yes, I think parang mas nakikita kasi ngayon ng mga generation na mga musical, the extravagance of it all, gano'n. Pero there's really something about intimate theater or something like a black box theater, straight play, non-musical play. That's really
Sige po.
Isa lang tanong ko.
Okay.
Ano pakiramdam na hindi ka kakanta ngayon? Sa mga plays, di ba?
Sure ba kayo na hindi ako kakanta dito?
Uy.
Hindi
No
pa tayo
way.
sure. Pero yes, this is a straight play, so it's a non-musical play. Even if, siguro, hindi natin alam, but this is a non-musical play. And ang sarap pag naggumagawa ng acting lang. Yung hindi mo siya ilalagay sa kanta. Iba din yun gusto ko din gawin yun, pero ibang klase din kapag yung itatawid mo yung eksena nang hindi ka kakanta, nang yung ang ginagamit mo lang talaga is yung kung ano yung character mo, yung intentions mo, without translating it into a song. So, masaya, challenging talaga siya. This is my second straight play, first from Danita, and now coming here in Yamaya.
Thank you.
Photo lang. Wala, sana okay lang yung mga sagot ko.
Picture pa na.
Kapamilya Vloggers. Sige, pakilala ko na. K-Pex, Kapamilya Online World, Certified Kapamilya, si Kapamilya Universe. Papakita lang namin kay Ma'am Tess.
Ay, sige po. Go lang po.
Sige, invite na lang. Pero para sa kapamilya i-invite.
Sige po.
One.
Sheena, anong pakiramdam na hindi ka kakanta ngayon?
Ito po ay very pakiramdam. Sobrang na-challenge ako, to be honest. As someone na got used to like move in the stage na sumasayaw at to share a story kapag sumasayaw, kumakanta. I got used to that. Now, I just poke out. I just speak the words. And I think that's the most impactful thing. Then, kapag gagawin ko itong Yamaya, it's my first time, it's my first straight play. So, I can't wait to hone this skill as an actor, as a straight play actor for the first time.
Okay lang. Yan, very good.
Good. Sorry.
Bye.
Right.
Get late.
Mic po.
Let's do an interview.
I need one more.
Thank you.
Guys, wait, let's do an invite video for Softman. Let's do Catch Yamaya at the Black Box. Catch Yamaya at the June 30, July 5. Okay. Ganito na, who wants to do just the one line? And then everyone can do the scene at the theater.
Let's go, Tom.
Okay. Catch Yamaya at the Black Box. At the Black Box at the Proscenium Theater. The lady candidates can do from June 30. We run from June 13 to July 5, 2026. See you at the theater, everyone. See you at the theater. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Rolling 3, 2, 1.
Catch Sorry.
Take two.
Catch Yamaya at the Black Box at the Proscenium Theater. We run from June 5 to Isa pa last.
4 weekends, by the way, you might think it's 3. 4 weekends.
Proscenium Theater Rockwell.
Catch Maya at the Black Box at the Proscenium Theater, Rockwell. We run from June 13 to July 5. See you at the theater!